Welcome back to another edition of Let's Talk. Oh, gotta get comfortable. So, let's talk. Today's episode is about jokes. Society has become more tamed and has become more asinine. Jokes are getting stale, and jokes are not pushing the envelope as much as they once did. That's the whole point of a joke. There's 2 points to a joke. One, to address painful issues in a funny way. Two, to push the boundaries and limitations to bring subjects into light and make you laugh, but also make you think about it. And with today's society and hate speech, people are backed off on the jokes. Kevin Hart was supposed to be the first supposed to host, and he had to pull out because of homosexual jokes he made years ago on Twitter. That's retarded. Kevin Hart is the funniest man on this planet, and he said some stuff that he thought was funny. We gotta stop taking stuff personal. See, here's the thing I have about that community who's supposed to protect each other. They lash out at anybody who doesn't agree with them, first of all. Second of all, if I was them, I wouldn't want to be in that community because they do not teach one another how to stand up for themselves. They do not teach one another how to take criticism and ridicule and move on and avoid it. They teach them to take it and to look at it as bad as slavery was. I really don't understand how you compare yourself to a race of people who have been put down for hundreds of years. Nobody, and this is the thing, everybody's allowed to their opinion. You don't have to hate them because of their opinion. You should show love. That's the point. You should show love. Martin Luther King wanted us to learn that. Show love. Jesus Christ, show love. All these great influential people wanted to show love because showing somebody empathy and understanding and a little bit of leeway goes a long way. But we can't do that because we want to be the most hurt, victimized people on this planet. And it hurts everything. It hurts jokes. I can't say a homosexual joke that makes me homophobic. That makes no sense. I can't make a female joke that makes me sexist. It doesn't make any sense. But I can sure the hell say white jokes and everybody will laugh. Again, there are some horrible jokes, but they're just horrible. They're words. And we drive away from each other. And that's the whole point of jokes, is to bring everybody close together. Now, you can't say it unless you're a certain type. And those types of people then get mad because they want to be cast. They don't want to be cast as a certain type, and then they want a movie that has certain type of people. It's all asinine. And it is all a censorship by the government, by both sides. Right, left, Democratic, Republican, all of it is to censor all of us. And to quiet down the noise of the masses, you take away their rights. You take away their enjoyment and jokes, entertainment, such as video games. Oh, it's always a video game, so every study has ever shown isn't video games. Matter of fact, video games helps autism. We take it out. Walmart just banned everything that's violent. Like, come on. You got to stop. And we blame everybody else except for ourselves. Oh my god, he made a joke. He must be a horrible person. Oh, if you didn't find it funny, maybe you just don't like the joke. Like, you're taking it as a personal attack. And as a group of people, we do that. We conveyed in ourselves what we think other people think about us. And then we hear something like that. It triggers something in us to go, oh, see, I was right. No, you weren't. It's just a horrible joke. I do not like Amy Schumer. I think she is a horrible comedian. But God bless her heart, let her keep making jokes. I'm not going to go, well, that's just hate speech, or, oh, that's just blah, blah. No, let her make her jokes. I don't find them funny, I don't watch it. Yes, I do find black male comedians more funny than white males. Doesn't mean I don't. My top 10, I'll do a top 8 list right now. In no particular order, my top 8 list for comedians all time are George Carlin. He reminds me of my grandfather. He pushed the envelope back then. Eddie Murphy, again, pushed the envelope. Richard Pryor pushed the envelope. You got Fluffy, who doesn't swear. You know what I mean? His comedy is way different from everybody else I just mentioned, but I love it. Kevin Hart. He is a great comedian. Then we got Chris Rock. Then we get the likes of Adam Sandler. Not so much now, but Adam Sandler. And Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is one of the funniest people. He's gone through some stuff. And then number one comedian of all time, at least right up on there, God rest his soul, Robin Williams. Like all these people, even Robin Williams used his comedy to heal. Well, to not himself, but hopefully heal somebody else who's going through some stuff and heard it. Richard Pryor pushed the envelope. Eddie Murphy pushed the envelope. George Carlin pushed the envelope, made us think about the government while doing so. And we have lost sight of that because we have groups of people who say, no, that's wrong. Well, no. You cannot dictate what is right and what's wrong just because you don't feel it. There is a reason why we've always had the good of the greater. The good and wants of the greater outweigh the good or the wants and needs of the few. That's because you cannot please everybody. I was told this a long time ago, and it makes perfect sense. 90% of people just don't give a rat's ass about you. They don't think about you. They don't care. 7% of people actually love you. 7% of people you meet love you, generally love you. 3% of people hate you. Most hate comes within as a projection of out. And we use comedy to feel like everybody has different comedy. Everybody likes different things. Me and my wife like different things. She finds different comedy funny than I do. I like dark humor and stuff that I can relate to, and she finds the more silly, practical stuff funny. But it doesn't mean that my sense of humor is better than hers, or her sense of humor is better than mine. It just means we are different. And learning jokes and learning that everybody's different, we could do that by recognizing everybody has a different perspective. Nobody on this planet is God. As far as I know, nobody on the planet is a hierarchy of power or a celestial being. So, enough with the judgment of each other. Let's just enjoy each other before this whole thing comes to an end. That is my challenge to you for today. With that being said, this has been another episode. Much love, JD. Out.